Good day, Chinook's Edge. My name is Justin, and today I'm doing a little video for you on how to prepare for writing the HLAT coming in April. Before we begin, I just wanted to show you the slide I created. The top part in blue is included in the HLAT Everything You Need to Know and How to Do slideshow available on the teacher shared HLAT drive. If you don't have access to that drive, please let Learning Services and or myself know so we can add you to that drive, but all teachers should have access to it. The HLAT overall, this year we're writing for grades 1 to 8, and please remember it's grouping, not grading. So there will be 4 steps that we complete. Step 1 is the first read, so this is the analysis. This happens after writing. So the first read is a quick read that happens between your class finishing writing the HLAT and the collaborative marking day. Steps 2 and 3 occur on the collaborative marking day, and step 4 occurs after the collaborative marking day and up until the end of the school year. So today at the bottom of this screen, you can see that there's the HLAT timeline, and we are focusing on early mid-April today on how to be prepared. So we're going to show you how to be prepared to write your HLAT. So in early April, once Learning Services has all of the data and all of the information from Edmonton Public, I'll be sending an email to administrators. Now, whether you are in a pilot prompt school or just a prompt school, your administrators will be getting a very similar email with almost the exact same information, just with slight differences. So the prompts would be different. So in the email, you'd get a document that looks like this, called the HLAT Administration Guide. Now, this is an old one. I've highlighted, this was for like last year's pilot, and I scribbled out or like put a line through dates that don't necessarily apply any longer. So you will get access to this document. It tells you the purpose of the HLAT, about the HLAT, task requirements, but the nice thing is that it also tells you steps on getting ready, technology for students, so on and so forth. I highlighted over here on the right-hand side the external division's writing prompt as well as the student presentation. Now, I'll show you what those look like in just a moment, but when you do get this document, it would be really handy to go through and read all of the steps. So getting ready, technology. It continues on for how to prepare your students, how to facilitate the exam, the task requirements for the students, steps for planning, for the writing time, extra time wrapping up and submitting writing samples. Now don't forget, this submitting writing samples is only for those who are doing the pilot prompt. If you are just a prompt school, that won't be in your document. These documents still go over the HLAT security, student accommodations, and again at the bottom, submitting HLAT writing samples, which again is only for pilot prompt schools. I'm going to go back up to the top of this document, but if you need a reminder of who is a pilot prompt or just a prompt and what that means, it is accessible in our HLAT Everything You Need to Know and How to Do Google slide presentation. Now, coming back to these highlighted resources, I'm going to show them to you. So we have the presentation for students. So this will come out. You are more than welcome to use this with your students to help get them ready for the HLAT and, at the very beginning. You do not have to use this. That is completely up to you. I could see this being a valuable resource to use in my classroom, and I would likely use it. But again, you don't need to. The other resource linked in that document is the actual booklet itself. So you are going to want to print one booklet for each student. Now you could put their name, their grade, their homeroom if you wanted to type it in, or you could just write it in. And then it gives you the prompt, and it gives you to think about in your writing and the directions. Now, these documents include a blank planning sheet as well as 3 lined writing pages. Now, you do not need to use this planning sheet and the writing lined pages. If you have a specific one you use in your classroom, such as a graphic organizer, feel free to use that. Or if you use special writing sheets in your class, feel free to use those as well. In that case, we would just ask that you print this very first page and attach this one to the front of the booklet. Now, that is pretty much everything you need to know about getting ready to facilitate the HLAT with your class. Some tips and tricks in the everything you need to know about the HLAT. This document is always available to you. It is separated into a whole bunch of different sections for you. The overview of what it is and why we're doing it, how to administer it. The administration guide in this particular document is quite robust. The document that you'll get that looks like this in the email has very similar information, almost exactly the same, but this one has way more, and it talks about steps 2, 3, and 4 really well in the analysis part. Now, don't forget as well, there's the teacher resources for the HLAT, and in there you can find former prompts, former examples, as well as in this folder here. Here's our lovely presentation that you can go to should you have any questions. But then also in the forms and tools, we have grade level criteria for writing sheets for kindergarten, which is really below grade level or below grade 1 level, and all the way up to grade 10, which is above grade 9 level. And those have all the criteria for you. They are singled for that grade level. However, if you wanted to print the classroom analysis tool, this criteria scope and sequence takes all of the grades and puts them side by side so you can see the different requirements, as well as the performance standards for writing rubric. Well, that was a lot in a short time, but just to remind you that for our preparation for the HLAT, you'll be getting this page in an email from your administrators when I send them the curated information. And then from there, you can access everything you need in the links on the document. I hope this has been a valuable video for you, and good luck writing with your class.